Ring out wild bells to the wild sky, the flying cloud, the frosty flight. The year is dying in the night. Ring out wild bells and let him die. Ring out old, ring in the new. Ring in happy bells across the snow. The year is going, let him go. Ring out the false, ring in the true. Ring in the valiant man and free, the larger heart, the kindlier hand. Ring out the darkness in the land. Ring in the Christ that is to be. A beautiful play from Alfred Lord Tennyson. And
Play? Who said play?
A poem.
A poem, man. Hey, we all make mistakes.
Written in the 1800s and
As relevant
today
as
as
it was in the
back
1800s.
beautiful. And hello and welcome to the Nightline on 3AW.
Yes.
Another Christmas year, another year older, but that Christmas festive spirit still remains. Good evening, gentlemen. Happy Sunday evening.
Happy Sunday.
Yes. Happy Sunday. And I have to say, what a glorious Christmas it is.
Yes.
Dictator Dan is out. He's gone. That's Christmas present enough.
Get rid of that music.
Yeah,
Plus,
can't-
it's not the music.
Can't-
It's not the
can't hear
music.
myself think.
Yeah, it's too
trying
much.
to-
I thought maybe it'd just be at the start. It kept going. No one's
Can't hear
fault.
myself.
No,
No
we
one's
didn't.
fault.
It's like when I go to the MCG now to see my beloved Hawthorne Hawks. I go there and they're playing that boom, that carry on, and you can't hear yourself think at the ground. And I remember back in 1965 when I was 38. And I would go and see them, and it would just be the cheers of the crowd. And I'm
Well,
like,
I thought Kiss did a great job. I thought they would be a little bit, loud, provocative. But you've got to bring in the young people with the
that's
AFL.
right. And Kiss this year were
Yeah,
fantastic.
And I think that they would have brought in the young people.
I thought
Absolutely.
Creedence would have done a better job.
Creedence
but,
Clearwater
I
Revival.
don't think they could get Creedence
No.
this year.
No,
and I
yeah.
pray for the day that they do.
I think they should just get up the king of the screen, Graham Kennedy,
Oh,
and get him to
he
perform.
would be a riot, and he'd teach a couple of these young kids, about
Yes.
what real
Well,
comedy
it was
is.
more than just vocals then. That's the thing. They were all around entertainers.
Yeah.
I remember I started out my career in media working as...
GTV.
Yeah, working at GTV. And I remember I would just watch him every night. He would... come on, and he would come alive.
Yes.
And I remember just thinking, he's not talking to the people in the audience. He's looking down the camera, and he is talking to every single person
audience
at
at
home.
home, yes.
And that's a skill you can't teach.
Yeah, and what sort of TV did you watch that on?
No, I was there. I was working.
Oh, you were there.
I was.
Were you intern or were you a
Well, we didn't really
cameraman,
do
or,
interns
were you a
back
producer,
then. We
or,
have a lot of interns, unpaid interns.
you working at craft services.
No. I started out. I was in the mail room back in '54.
Oh yeah.
And by the time I was there,
Yes.
I was actually writing some of the intros and outros, that sort of thing. I didn't, of course, get onto the screen or behind the microphone until.
Well, when I started, it was the ambition was radio. That was as big as you could get. Was
Yes.
getting on over the
Yeah,
airwaves.
yes, yeah, on the talking box.
And then for a while, I was around. Then someone approached me and said, "I'm working on television programs," and that was, of course, thought a step down from the radio. It wouldn't take off. And obviously today, shows like Copper Art and other things are just part
Water
and
Rats,
parcel. Water
yes,
rats,
yeah.
and Water Rats and
Blue Healers.
Blue Murder.
Blue Murder.
Do you know what my grandson
Blue
Healers. City
set up for
Homicide.
me the other day? It was the
Full
YouTube.
frontal.
He set up the YouTube on my television.
Oh yes, yeah.
And I sort of said, I don't want to watch this YouTube with the, And he goes, no, there's old clips. You've got your gardening shows. You've got your, and turns out Cher, Cher?
Sure.
From Sonny and Cher.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She has uploaded
Do
a
you
lot
believe?
of performances. I'm not familiar with that one. She has uploaded a lot of performances from the Cher show.
Oh,
yes,
the show
yes,
is
yes,
fantastic.
That was
yeah.
television.
That was a good
She
time
would just
back
take
then.
a song and belt it
Well, I
out,
love back when entertainment was about entertaining. You'd have singers and
Yes, that's
dancers and songstresses.
And now it's just about, the
now it's all
it's about
who's-
cyclists on the road.
and who's having sex with who and who murdered who and who's Toady dating
Now-
this week. Oh, I couldn't give
Too
stuff.
many bikes on the road and these bike lanes. And which lanes are the ones left for the cars? Are there room for cars anymore?
No.
I was out for a wine with Ita last week.
What wine did you have?
I had a red wine. She had a white wine.
Just wine or a meal?
Oh, we had a meal. Yes.
what did you have?
Where did
What
you
did you
go?
have? What
We
did you go?
went down to that Italian joint down in Crown Casino. You know the one down in Crown with the it's
La
on the
Vita
sort of-
Bella, I believe. Yeah.
I'm not familiar with the name.
A bit of La Porchetta.
One of the
Eto.
girls out the front, they ordered it for me.
Yes, yeah.
And we went down, and I told her, I said, bring back the Sure Show on ABC.
What did you have? What did you have?
I said, you know what you need to do? You need to bring back the Sure Show. Yeah. And she said, I don't know, Sure. I'm not familiar with how to get in touch with her. Sure would be too expensive, she explained. And I said, well, you know what? I think the taxpayers would be a lot happier paying that tax to go to you if you had the bloody Sure Show
Legs
on.
for days.
Oh, she was beautiful.
Oh, wait, are you talking about Cher or
So from
Rhonda
Sully and
Birchman?
Cher.
Rhonda who...
Rhonda Birchman.
Rhonda.
It's no Christmas without a visit from Rhonda and those legs for days.
Give Rhonda the Cher Show.
Now, it is a magical time of year, and it feels we can get confused, can't we, with the cars. Car parks at shopping centres become harder to get, and the kids are, Gran and Pop, I want this, I want that, I want the latest ray gun or the
Do not mind.
Taco Bell or whatever it is.
or some sort of construction block builder,
Yes.
build a death cruiser.
NFTs or crypto shoes
I don't
or...
understand any of
Yeah,
that.
no,
yeah.
but do you know what my eldest said? to
Digital
me?
washing.
Yeah.
Digital washing. Yeah.
Yeah, all the kids, they want to do
yeah.
their washing online now.
And they're-
What happened to the days of the old board and soap bar?
Just catch a taxi.
Catch a taxi.
Why do you need your Ubers on your phone when you can just get in a bloody taxi? I'll get onto the road. I'll call it. I get in the other week. I was out for dinner with my eldest.
What'd you have?
I got a spatchcock.
Where'd you go? Where'd you
There's
go?
beautiful places around in Eaglemont where you are, James.
No, but we went down to that nice place in the Crown Casino complex.
The Italian place?
Bistro Goyard.
Yeah, the French place. Yeah, the French
Yeah,
place
yeah,
down
yeah,
at
yeah.
just on the river of the
Well,
Crown
what's good about that
complex.
is it's fancy food, but you get some chips for the table
Yeah,
as well.
you know,
And
they're
not
good.
too expensive.
No.
Only about $60 a main.
And we were there, and we went down around the corner, and he was trying to call an Uber. He said, "Dad, let me get you an Uber back to Eaglemont." And I said, "Oh yeah, sure, I'll try anything once." And he's calling the Uber, and it's taking bloody forever. And I just go,
Oh,
"Oh,
no.
I put my finger up. Taxi's right in
Taxi's
front of
right,
me.
comes
Hop in
in.
the taxi. I go, you know what? You can cancel that Uber because I'm using a bloody
Yeah,
taxi."
keep your fancy phones. Keep your fancy your Wi-Fi, whatever. Me, I'm the same. I go out on the streets of Melbourne. Yep. I just do that.
What do you do there?
Yep.
So
Put
you
my
put
hand
your finger up,
I
just
put my
so
finger
you
up.
put your finger up,
I put
yep.
my finger up. I go, yep. Taxi
hop
pulls
in a
right up.
bloody taxi.
Lovely man. Takes me wherever I want to go. Doesn't even matter if it's a short trip. Every time.
Yeah,
There
I
you
love
go.
taxis.
And this time of year, as things become harder to do and more shopping and hams to buy.
Oh,
Yes,
hams,
yes,
yes,
ham. Have you got your ham yet?
No, we haven't got a ham, but we always go to the good people. But
Yes, Kentucky hams are where you get your Kentucky, and you get Kentucky ham now available at Coles and Woolworths.
I have mine frozen from last year. There was so much left over.
oh, that's part of the
I
great
thought
thing.
it'd be a shame to get rid of it.
Sit down on Christmas Boxing Day and have a ham sandwich.
Well, you
Which-
know what? Instead of a frozen ham, why don't we set you up with a Kentucky ham?
A
Oh, it's
fresh
coming
one?
your way, Mark, and you're getting a Kentucky ham coming your way.
Well, that's very
Get you a
sweet. of
Kentucky
you.
ham. And remember, ask the Woolworth staff about the exclusive 500-gram Kentucky ham available only at Woolworths.
Now, Carols by Candlelight coming on
yes,
Christmas Eve by that
Still-
wonderful David Campbell.
And I still haven't decided what song I'm going to sing this year. They said to me the producers got in touch on an email, and
Yes.
my assistant read it out to me and said, you've got to pick a song by the end of the week. I've got 2 more days.
Yes.
And I cannot, and I was wondering if maybe you fellas could help me choose a song for the...
I'd love it. Sounds like a lot of fun.
Well, it's a special time, Christmas, at the end of the year when
Your family,
the family and the shops and things are busy.
Relatives.
But it's important to remember, and I think singing these songs of praise send a message that it is not... We can get confused on our mobile phones running between outlet stores, running between a Home Mart and a Body and Soul, or
wrapping the presents,
getting McDonald's meal.
Going to Lush.
And you forget that it's actually about songs of praise in our Lord Christ. And
Yes.
I remember I was out for a glass of wine about a decade ago with Cardinal Pell, and
What did you have?
I got the steak.
Where did you have lunch?
It was at there was a restaurant down at Crown. I don't think it's there anymore.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and we were just talking about songs of praise, but I'll move on. The punchline's been hit.
And I'm excited to see, and maybe is that Christy Whelan Brown.
Oh,
Yeah, she's a star,
she is
isn't
an
she?
absolute
star.
treat and a star.
And she's been singing some of those songs of praise and that Rob Mills.
And I sure
The kids love that Rob
they
Mills.
love Rob Mills, and I hope that Anthony Kalia will be making
beautiful
I would
pair of
love
pipes.
why he doesn't sing the prayer at every given television opportunity.
Yes.
I don't understand.
saw
That was a
him-
number
I
one.
love the prayer.
Won platinum 4 times in this country.
Because the Australian Idol, he got up and he sung the prayer. And
I
everyone-
saw him do that at a Channel 10 event back in 2000 and whenever
Mid-2000s.
when he was still doing the show.
in the shadows of 9/11.
And I said to him, I have seen that song performed by someone better than you only once.
Andrea Bocelli.
And that's what I said.
Andrea
And he had a bit of a worried look on his face.
yes,
He thought,
yes.
"Oh, you're about to insult me." And I said, "Only Andrea Bocelli." And he said, "Well, that's
I
I'm
will
not trying to
take that.
compete with him."
He's a humble man.
I would get out. We make a
That
point
would
of if Anthony's touring, we go see him.
Yes,
and we'll
yes.
go and see Andre Rieu.
Yes, yes.
Because they take me back to when I was a lad on the farm in 1845, working on the fields and the classic fairy tale songs. And
I tried to get out there to see those concerts with my wife, but at 2:00 in the afternoon's too late for music.
And finding a car park near the Rod Laver
Oh, good
Arena.
luck. Good luck finding a
I just
car
tell my
park.
driver now, just go around in circles.
Yeah.
Just say, don't even bother trying to find a park. You can just drive. Maybe you can drive around, meet me here at the end of the concert.
I'll tell you one type of people that's not feeling like Christmas for landlords.
Now, everyone beating on landlords, saying they've done the wrong thing.
Landlords.
It is a tough Christmas for landlords.
It feels like the bloody government
These young...
has taken a Hoover vacuum cleaner straight into the bank account, and they are just
sucking 'em dry.
sucking us dry.
Yes.
And
at this Christmas time as well, when we
this
should be around
Christmas
family and
it should be about
friends.
fun and togetherness, and every year the rent must go up. Now,
this is
does
the
that
thing.
make me a criminal?
That extra
The
1,000.
boomers again, they reckon.
Oh,
the
it's our
boomers
fault.
again.
Yes, what's the boomers?
That's what they call. Not the
the
12
boomers?
bouncing boomers from the
yes, yeah.
song.
No.
No, what are the
No,
boomers?
it's just anyone over 50.
Oh, that's rude. So they're calling us boomers, aren't they?
Yeah, I believe because we shout
Well, I
too
worked-
loud. Or
I worked hard when I was in my working years.
Yeah, I worked very hard. My first house I got for $7,000, and I remember I saved up all of that $1,400 deposit, and I went into the bank and they said, you need 20% of the $7,000. I said, I've got it in my bank account.
No, it was and people say, well, inflation means that you bought it for nothing. No, I had to work 5 years to pay that house off.
Yes, absolutely. And then I had to, and I remember when I went into the bank to buy my second house, and I used the first house, which was at that point now worth $40,000. I had to go all the way to the bank. I had to find a park.
Yeah.
And I worked very hard
they
finding that park, going in, and then using
And the
that
pens
first
don't work.
place. And the pens didn't work. I had to bring my own pen. And that's, I worked very hard that day to get the second house. When I got the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, You know, I got them at the same time. That was a block of units.
But you deserved them. You'd earned.
Well,
you'd
you'd
worked hard.
You'd worked hard.
And then when I got the the 2 floors of the Herald Sun building in the city, off the cost of the units and the 3 houses, and well, my assistant did that. You know, I've got a person now that.
But it was hard hiring her.
I had to talk to
you went
various-
through, well, God, how many interviewees?
Yeah, well, I didn't do the interviews.
No,
but
no,
I
of
worked
course
hard. That
not.
portfolio now of 476 properties around Australia and a few in Hong Kong.
You worked hard for that.
Yes, I worked very hard for
I
that
tell you,
first one.
sometimes I think about selling a lot of it, moving up north.
Yeah.
I really do.
yes.
And, I'd be what? I'd get maybe 40, 50 million if I sold all my properties now. But is it worth it?
No. But do you know who else works hard this time of year is Santa Claus.
Oh,
and the kids, aren't the kids excited to see him ruby-cheeked and waiting at the tree for the man. And it's a lot of fun to spend. That's what it's about this time of year, spending time with your grandkids.
Yes. My eldest has said to me, "Don't bother with presents," and I said, "Well, I'm fine with that. I think that's a good idea."
I'm happy with socks and undies.
Try convincing my third wife that that's worth doing.
Yeah.
You know what I said? You talk to her.
She's a supporter of the economy.
and that's what she said. She came in the next day. She said, I've just got a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And I said, you've spent hundreds of dollars on these children.
And they don't learn the meaning of a hard day's work.
They really don't.
But we need to take pause for a moment in these special times and value our grandkids and that time with our grandkids, because that's why we work so hard talking on them into a microphone for 85 years.
I have to make sure that they're listening to my advice and not that Mr. Beast that they send.
Who's Mr. Beast? What's Mr.
Beast? That Mr. Beast. They're always talking about that Mr. Beast.
What's the Mr. Beast?
Oh, he's a man. He'll go around and live in a house that costs $1 and then move to a house that costs.
Yes, but what's he doing? How's he doing this?
Well,
Is
he goes to on YouTube. On YouTube, I believe.
Yes, so they watch it on the YouTube.
watch it
but
on
what
the
did he make it for
YouTube.
originally?
No, he made it, I believe, for YouTube.
So Mr. Beast, he's a fellow and he does sort of the talks to the cameras and whatnot on the YouTube.
He has his friends, his compadres with him. He carries them around and he'll say go to a...
Surely his name's not real.
Sort of a bit
Mr.
like
Beast.
Well, I don't know.
Is it like
but
Sale of the Century?
In what way?
Well, there's 3 contestants, and they'll mail in and say, I'm a master of quizzes in my circle.
Now that was a good show.
That was a
Tony
great
Barber,
show.
Glenn Ridge, Laughing Ed Phillips. They're just these great hosts through the age, and Lavinia Nixon, who we
The
all love on
ABC
Channel
should
9
bring
with
back
Peter.
Sale of the Century.
Yes, and Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune.
Which is coming back.
I would love to see Burjo back on there.
Well, the block, they're doing the block at Phillip Island next year.
I did see that.
Yeah.
They are. They've Channel 9, the 9 media group have bought a bunch of land on Phillip Island.
Down Phillip Island
next
right
door,
now.
Very
just a
nice.
block from where I am.
Very nice.
And
Yes.
in Cowles.
I've not been to Phillip Island. Is it nice?
Oh, it's beautiful. We have 14 houses.
Yeah, I
down
own, I
there.
think, 2.7% of the land mass of Phillip Island, but I've
But you've
never
never been.
No. But let me ask you: there's a move in some sections of the Yarra City Council to move speed limits not down to 40, but down to 30 kilometres an hour.
Mate,
I
Down
walk
to
faster than
a
that.
snail's pace.
Absolutely. How am I going to get to where I'm going?
Well, it's because these pedestrians aren't looking. Why? Because they're on their bloody phone.
Yes,
Always
they
watching
are.
that.
I was sitting in the back of the car on the way here, actually, and I sort of jolted and I looked up and I asked, what's his name? I said, the fellow that drives, and I said to him, what's happened? And he said there was a pedestrian on his phone, and I said, well, we could have run over him. It could have been, it was a very stressful situation.
But I'm still behind the wheel, and I've only had 3 major incidences where my license has been challenged. But if we can't if it's a nanny state where you can't drive a car at a reasonable speed, this road they're talking about now, like a Chapel Street or a...
It's outrageous.
I
the
used to
nanny
drive
state.
180 down that after work.
What other nanny states they do? They're doing all the stuff with the driving, and it's such a nanny
Bike
state.
It is a
lanes.
nanny state.
On another topic, you hear they want to make marijuana legal. They want to just say, have as much marijuana as you want. What happened to law and order?
Well, when I was a kid...
And on another note, this nanny state, outrageous.
You can't do anything.
You can't do
they
anything
wanna-
anymore.
if Dictator Dan had it his way, and I know he's gone.
Yeah, but
Thank
he's got his
God for
fingers
that.
in
Thank
every
God for
pie.
that.
Sort of bloody.
He's just worked... He's gone into the private sector where it's probably worse.
I was
Yeah.
out for wine with him 2 weeks ago, and I just said, "You dictator."
Well, what'd
You're
you
a
get? What did you
worm.
get?
I was down at the Crown, the dumpling place, the Chinese dumpling place.
Ah,
that,
yes,
that nice
yeah.
fella from Sydney that used to own the steak restaurant. He has a Chinese place. there.
What'd you get?
They just brought out a selection of dumplings, and I just said to Dan, I said, "Look, Dan, you're a nice guy,
Yeah.
but it's bloody outrageous what you're doing."
Taking a knife to this city.
Yeah, and we had a bit of a laugh about it, but I'm not a fan of Dan.
When he had his fall, I didn't shed a tear. I'll just say that.
And
I called him up. I called up the wife, and and we talked about it. But I'm not a fan of Dictator Dan.
sort of the idea that you're quite close with him.
It's quite odd.
I'm a very connected man.
Yeah.
That's sort of what I'm
Well,
going for.
the other co-host of this show regularly on here, Jeff Kennett, obviously.
Oh,
has
Jeff.
agreements with
Love
him.
Jeff.
But it's at this time of year when you do see your friends, and it's that time of year to take note. Chuck a bit of that music back on, Lindsay. A bit
Yes,
of that
Lindsay.
time of year to take note and remember some of the special times of year when the time is special.
Yes, no, absolutely. And more
Turn
special.
that down, Lindsay. I can't hear
Turn
it.
it down.
that
Can't
off.
hear
Turn
a
it
thing,
off,
please,
Lindsay.
Turn
that
Lindsay.
crap
Turn it off.
Turn
Turn
it
it
off.
off. I'm too
Can't hear
loud.
myself.
When I told my grandkids we had Lindsay producing our show, they said, "What, Lowen?"
Yeah, I don't know.
not-
what
And
that
I
is.
What's
said,
the
"I
line-
don't
what's the
know." I
line,
said, "I'm not
Lindsay?
sure." And they showed me the Parent
This is Mr.
Trap,
Beast.
and they showed me. I think they know each other.
Lowen
I'd be
Lindsay.
surprised.
What sort of name
Lindsay
is it?
Lowen. Lindsay Lowen.
Oh, no, I'm familiar with her.
Yeah, she's from Mean Girls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's the Mean Girls girl.
Mean
Yeah, I've
Girls.
watched
Yeah.
Mean Girls.
Yeah.
So,
The new one, the musical.
yeah, so
Now, these
can we
kids
pop
are-
that music back on, Lindsay?
Can we put that
These
music?
kids today, they just pump them out of uni, out of the Trobe and Monash, and they put them straight into here at 3AW.
They're doing the arts degrees now.
Yeah, the arts degree gets
I
you straight in
can't. I
here.
can't hear a word of what
Yeah,
you're
turn
saying.
that-
Can we
turn
turn
that-
music
turn
it off,
music
Lindsay.
down? At
Too
least
loud.
down.
No,
turn
turn
it
it
down.
off.
I can't hear myself think.
Now, we get that music back on, and I just wanted to say, you were talking about friends, and what better way to catch up with friends than over a Bataki ham? Bataki ham's been a family business since
Oh, I love a
1947.
Bataki ham.
And if you'd like your opportunity to get a Bataki ham, there are 4 cars all around Melbourne filled to the brim with Bataki ham. We have left
Filled
them-
with meat.
we have left them unlocked in 3 different parts of Melbourne. I'll give it away. I'll give it away. The 4 quadrants of Melbourne: Port Melbourne, Toorak, Brighton, and another part of Port Melbourne.
Now there it is. All those beautiful sounds. Now, Lindsay, turn that crap off, please. I can't hear myself think.
Lifeline line, how may I help you?
Good to see you, fella.
G'day, boys. How are ya?
You're a piece of shit, mate.
Fuckhead.
Mega boss can't be stopped.
I'm not a highway pig. I'm an actual cop.
Let's fuck off.
Baby Pete. I'm gonna frame you as a pedo, buddy.
Woohoo!
Who's going to win?
Experience the formations.
Talking about, and it's important to get these things, Christmas has never been harder with the cost of living.
Yes, the cost of living is very high at the moment.
So we've actually got in a guest, a very special guest today. He's come all the way from IGA. He's come down from the markets in down in He's come down from the markets down on the beach or wherever they are. Who's been up since 4 a.m. Good morning, Tony.
G'day, boys. How you doing?
Yes,
Yeah,
good to
good to see you,
see.
Tony.
Now, you've been up since what time this morning?
I got up
Tony?
at 4 a.m. this morning
Yeah.
just to get to the supermarket nice and early.
Yes.
Check out those
See,
specials.
I wake up at 4 a.m. soaked in sweat with vivid images of the Vietnam War. But I'm not up at 4 a.m. To go down
No.
to the markets, that's for sure.
Well, that's if you ask your children, probably they wouldn't get out of bed before 11:30 in the morning, would
No,
they?
that's when they get up now working from home.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
give
they-
me that carry on.
Working. In
Well,
the-
Lindsay,
in
where's
the-
that music?
Chop-
Yeah,
pop that
why'd you
music
turn
on.
that music off?
Oh, too loud.
Turn that crap
Turn it off, Lindsay.
Now, IGA,
Yes, I do.
Independent Grocers of Australia.
You've never worked in a market. You haven't worked in a market for
No.
45 years. You're sort of just the face
No.
of the air, but you
Yes,
sort of
I
still
am.
carry this working class type situation.
Yes, I do.
We're all working class here.
Yes. You, me, Scott, Cam, we're all work with our hands.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But let me tell you, everyone at Christmas trying to pinch a couple of pennies.
Oh,
It's
you
an
gotta.
expensive
Well,
time.
the cost
With
of living
everything,
is
the
up
cost
at the
of living
moment, you
these
know.
days is, I can't imagine how hard you boys have
How
been
much
doing
is a
it.
box of Nutrigrain at the moment?
Nutrigrain? How much do you think a box of Nutrigrain would be?
Genuinely.
If you're going to IGA, Chrissy time, how much would you pay?
Well,
For a box of
I mean, I was
Nutrigrain.
at a competitor's supermarket last week, and I think they were charging something like $9.70.
Oh, can you imagine? Now remember
These
that
dirty bastards.
you eat a bowl of Nutrigrain, that is your daily iron intake.
and protein.
And
How much are you
protein
gonna get
for
that,
the day.
bowl of
$7
Wow.
and 15.
You could have it on Christmas morning as
You
the
can have
kids
it.
are ripping into
Absolutely.
their gifts. Their laser
It's
robot.
a beautiful cereal for Boxing Day as well.
Yes.
New Year's.
Yes.
Sort out that hangover.
Yeah.
You know, if you've got one.
Now, Tony, on Christmas Day, we love cherries and fruits and veggies and prawns.
Cherries, veggies.
Now,
fruits.
when should we be?
prawns.
When should we be buying these things to get a fresh fruit for Christmas Day?
Well,
or-
you don't want to hold on to it for too long.
No.
And
So
you don't
you're
want
not-
to overbuy.
You don't want to buy it the week before.
No. You want to keep it in your ice box for as little
Long,
time as
yes.
possible. And I'll tell you what,
We have an outside freezer and fridge in our garage. Keep sort of icy poles for the grand.
I'll tell you what would be great to fill that up with, a box of Kirk's passion fruit soda.
In the freezer?
Pasito.
How many are you getting in a box there?
In a box of Kirk's Pasito, 10 cans.
Now, I was at a competitor's. I was at a competitor's supermarket the other day, walking through, and obviously not buying it, with only shop at IGA.
Lindsay, turn that music off. I can't hear myself think.
Well, the music's been off for 5 minutes. You all right, mate?
What?
You're hearing funny buggers, mate.
That's all right, mate. We'll
Jesus
talk about it afterwards. It's all right, mate. But I was down at the
Festive
competitor's
Christmas treats.
supermarket, and they were charging $8.05 for 10
Jesus
curds.
Christ. How much is a Kirk Pasito?
Outrageous.
How much is a Kirk's Pasito?
10 of them.
For a 10 box?
For Christmas time.
$7.15.
Wow,
It's
that's
the
a-
same price
No, that,
as a box of Nutrigrain.
yeah, but $1.90 less than the one I saw.
Yeah,
so
that's
a great-
that's nothing to be snorted at.
No.
and
nothing
it
to be
adds
snorted.
up at the till.
Till.
You know,
So, and
Yeah.
a box of, now, everyone's favourite Christmas drink. What's your favourite Christmas drink?
Oh, it's got to be a box of.
Me, I'm just happy with a cup of tea.
You know what? I don't mind. Obviously, I'll have a beer or a glass of wine, but I don't mind a Coca-Cola.
Well, it's funny that you mention that. It's funny that you mention that. Because right now, if you go down to your local IGA,
Get yourself a glass, get some ice from the fridge. You know, the fridge door
oh
now.
yeah, it has the ice in it
Our
automatically.
fridge door, you
yeah.
put it on the thing, and then I just get out a
and it
can
has
of
the
Coke,
chilled water, and it has the beautiful.
and I pour it in. I have a nice glass of iced Coca-Cola.
you could get a box of those. You could get a box of those.
Yep.
Guess how much for 24?
Oh, for 24.
For 24.
You just look at them.
It's just you got to get the screen a bit brighter for me. For 24, I mean, I I think they're going now for something like, I saw a competitor supermarket charging $25.
Well, 24.28. So that's just it's similar, but it is cheaper, just a little over $1. But it's a little over $1 a can. If you're still going down, to the vending machine buying your Coca-Cola cans one by one, like we used to in the old days, they're charging you up to $2.50 a can.
Yeah, just
Here, just $1.01 and a little bit more. Just a little bit more per can. 24.
I love a Coca-Cola.
28.
I'll have a Coca-Cola watching the telly.
Yeah. What about what do you want to snack on while you're watching the
It's got to be the Savoys.
Well, funny you mentioned that. How much would you pay at a competitor supermarket for a box of Savoys?
Well, I was at a competitor supermarket just last week and I saw a box of Savoys for $3.35.
Yeah, right.
What's IGA doing in Fort
Go a
Tony?
little higher. Just go a little higher, please. It's because you keep saying price is very close to what the specials are, and if you just
it adds up.
It does add up.
It adds up.
It does add up.
What is Salada's?
$3.30.
And what did you say?
$3.35.
Well, it all adds up in the
It
end.
does add up.
You know, when you
It
get
does
to
add
the
up.
It's
till,
$1 from the Cokes. It's $1 from the.
But it doesn't add up if the IGA is a little further away. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'm not going to lie to my
it's any-
listeners. I'm not going to lie to my listeners. I'm not going to be dishonest. You know, I was out for wine with the CEO of, both the CEO of Woolworths and the CEO of Coles at the same time. I got the fish. I got a sort of a sea bass.
Well, where from?
Down that fish place down in the Crown Casino.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
You know, the fish place is run by and I was sitting there and they were discussing what they would charge for various items.
Yeah.
And,
They were sort of agreeing on numbers, were they?
agreeing on the
yeah.
price of things. And,
Insider
Yeah,
something.
Sort of like
I
two
can't remember what
groups
that's
sort of
called.
setting the price.
yes. And I said
yeah.
to them, I said, I've got the deal with IGA and I could lie, but I'm not going to lie. You know, those are good friends of mine. They're good people.
And Santa's coming down the
Santa's
chimney.
coming down the chimney, getting soot all over him. Got to wash those clothes. Wash those clothes with some Omo.
Now, what's an Omo?
Omo?
Oh,
What is
come
an
on.
Omo?
Come on, mate.
John.
Come
No,
on.
what's an Omo?
Oh, an Omo.
I've never been single once. I've had many wives, but there was an overlap.
How much of
You've
an
got to have someone to
overlap?
clean your pants and suit jackets.
Omo, you want to get your whites whiter, your brights brighter.
White's whiter and bright's brighter.
I suggest
So it's a sort of a cleaning
Omo.
You
product.
judge a person by what they're wearing.
And
That's the
how.
first thing you do.
Absolutely.
They're wearing a clean shirt.
and you can get half price. IGA,
Yes.
Omo, you're getting Om.
I take my suit down to the there's a place down the road, they do it for me.
The
Well,
dry
suit,
cleaner,
yes,
yeah.
of course.
Yeah,
a
dry
suit.
cleaner.
But what about your undies and socks?
I put them in a bag. I don't know. I put them in a bag and
and then they just get done.
I've got a
When I was
got a
in,
person a person that
I
takes
remember.
the bag and takes it away.
No, John, when I was in national service in 1951, I
Yes.
cleaned my own undies and socks. And
Yes, no, they made you do that. They did. They
They
did.
do.
it.
You
Yeah, in
worked
the
your,
Navy.
you worked your bottom off.
When I was in the Navy, I had to clean my own undies and socks. That was just over 40 years ago now.
Yes, and I've
Maybe
never
50.
forgotten how to shine my own shoes.
Shine my own shoes.
How much was the Omo?
I went off the page. Let me have a look. 1 second.
It's all right.
Just make it up if you want.
No, I won't.
I like that about
Fair
you.
enough. He's a
You're
good
honest.
man of character.
Tell you who's not honest anyway.
$8
Politicians.
bloody Dan
Oh, yeah,
Andrews.
Dan Andrews.
$8.50.
But the one who's
$8.50.
come in after him is as bad.
Well, yeah, no, I saw her at a function last week, and I said to her, "You better bloody step up from Dan."
That's right, yeah. Because these bloody tunnels that are being put
You
in.
see this with
Oh,
the
God.
train tunnels.
Why not?
Who's catching a train?
That's right. Who carries on with trains?
Trains.
They should be spending that money on the road.
Speaking
woke
of
trades.
speaking
Trains are woke.
speaking of
Trains are
trains are woke.
Yeah, trains are woke.
Carry on.
You heard about
they,
this woke?
them, bloody.
Oh, I've heard.
Yeah, trains and they them woke. Trains woke.
Yeah.
Trains woke. Marijuana woke.
And
Bike
if you're
lanes,
having
bike lanes.
Bike
bike
lanes.
lanes,
woke.
landlords.
Landlords.
Last week,
good.
I last week mowed down 19 bike people.
on their bicycles.
But they're in the wrong lane.
They were in the wrong.
Yes. I went to watch a movie the other week.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
The Barbie movie. And I had a good time. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who'd you go with?
I went with my wife and my daughter, my eldest
Oh,
wife.
that's nice.
And
Christmas
her
event.
daughters. And they said, it's just for the girls. And I said, no, I'll pop along. I like the Margot Robbie. We had her on the show when she was on Neighbours. She was promoting the new season of Neighbours. She's always been a very hard-working girl. And I popped along, and I had a great time. I thought it was so much fun.
How much do you
It's a
think
left turn there,
Margot
isn't it?
Robbie pays for Greyvox?
What's that?
How much do you
I
think
couldn't imagine.
Margot
She's quite a successful
Robbie
young lady.
pays for Greyvox?
I don't think she's buying the Greyvox now.
She might not be buying it, but she's paying for it.
How much is it
How
there?
much?
Well, simmer sauce came up. I accidentally clicked on tikka
Come
masala
on,
simmer
Bucky.
sauce.
Oh, is that like the chicken tonight?
Yeah, butter
Yeah,
chicken.
nice.
Well, simmer sauce.
Bring that music
Sharwood
back,
simmer
Lindsay.
sauce is $5.50 each.
Oh, nice music. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Greyvox.
You
Reminds
should
me
have been playing this from the start.
Kin-
Lindsay.
Reminds me of Christmas.
$4.50.
Sorry, I can't hear you, mate.
$4. Turn that
Bloody crap
music
off.
Can we turn that music off, Lindsay?
far too loud.
Too loud.
Tinner Greyvox.
What's the Greyvox?
Traditional gravy.
What's this?
What's this?
What's this?
Gravy for
are you
your
doing with
for your ham.
What about it? Who are you?
Greyvox gravy mix. 120 to
You
140
know would have an
gram.
issue with this is that
selected
Joan bloody
varieties.
Kerner.
Who's that?
Joan bloody Kerner. Premier of Victoria.
$4.15.
Out of the new one. Who are you?
And he's gone.
He disappeared.
He was a ghost of Christmas specials.
Did you see that Ghost of Christmas specials, Mark?
I did.
Yeah.
What he spooked me.
He disappeared
I was
into thin
silent
air.
the whole
He
time.
disappeared. How are you, Mark? You're the youngest. We call it Baby Mark. Baby Mark.
Yeah, how old are you?
I'm 68 years old.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Baby Mark.
Both his knees.
Still got both my knees.
I'm more robot than man now.
Yes.
I've got. I don't have my origin.
I've seen him kick through a wall.
Have you seen
because of
Ghost
the
in the
hydraulics he has?
Have you seen Ghost in the Shell?
The anime or the live action adaptation?
Not the live action one, although I do love Scarlett Johansson. She's a wonderful actress.
Yes.
No, the animation from the Japanimation.
Oh yes, the yes, yeah.
So that Japanimation from the 90s, it's about a lady who's replaced, well, it's about a lot of things.
About a
But
lot of
partly
things.
it's about a lady that's replaced so many parts of her body she wonders if she's any longer human.
Yes.
And the only thing that she holds on to is the fact that she might have a soul.
You know, I'm surprised that you've seen it. I'm surprised that you are.
Oh, my eldest
No.
is a fan of Japanimation. He used to
Right.
make me watch the Japanimation. I'd show him old episodes of Star Trek with Captain Kirk, and he'd show me his Japanimations. And I used to think,
The Last Airbender's stunning.
yeah, stunning. we watch it sometimes.
Yeah,
I
well,
haven't
Live
read-
action adaptation or the Nickelodeon?
The manga.
cartoon? The manga. Yes,
we have all the
yeah.
manga prints.
Yes,
Yeah, they did a
right,
manga run after the cartoon. It's the whole thing. So, but there's a sort of a question she has. She says, I've replaced every part of my body. She has a beautiful monologue on a boat.
Christmas time.
Well, she says, I've replaced every part of my body with a robot. And the only thing that I know about, the only thing that makes me human is the fact that I have a soul. And I think to myself, I've replaced both of my hips, half of my spine,
Rod in your back.
both of my knees, elbows, one of my wrists with a robot. And I think, what have I got left? And then I remember I've still got my soul.
And to close us out today from another wonderful nightline, Melbourne, I'm going to read another poem. I love that music, Lindsay. The Christmas Rose. And thank you, gentlemen, for joining me again. I'll see you next year.
It's a pleasure.
We're taking 6 months off now. Our
Yes.
annual 6 months off. We'll be back in
See you at the
6
races.
months. To talk about the races.
The November carnival season. and
of
the
course.
girls put on their frocks and the men wear their suits and go to Flemington.
Drink champagne.
Put a couple of champagne.
Prosecco.
Put a flutter on and see if you get lucky.
I'm preferring Prosecco these days.
Yes.
What is... Read the poem.
Read the poem. I'd like to Oh Holy Night at the Christmas.
Oh, it sounds nice. Yes, we'll tune on Channel 9.
I'm going to be going down to IGA after this, getting me some Omo.
No.
Yes, there's nothing
those
more Christmas
prices-
than specials.
At those prices.
What is the flower that blooms each year?
Rose.
In flowerless days,
Oh.
making a little blaze on the bleak earth, giving my heart some cheer. Hush the sky and hush the ground when the Christmas rose is found.
Oh, yes, beautiful.
Look, it's white star on low earth.
Yes.
Raise a vision of rebirth. Who is the child that's born each year, his bedding straw, his grace enough to thaw?
Jesus.
My withering life and melt away's despair. Hush the sky and hard the earth when the Christmas child comes forth.
Jesus.
Look around, a stable throne, beasts and wise men are at one. What men are we that year on year the Herod wise in our cold wits devise? A deaths of innocence, a rule of fear. Hushed your earth, full starred your sky. Start it again, Lindsay. I've got a lot more.
Well, you don't have to do the whole part.
I've got one more. I've got one more verse.
It's not necessary.
Hushed your earth, full starred your sky.
It-
For a
you
new
could have ended it
nativity
so
be born in
beautifully.
us. Relive your plight, Christmas child. Your rose of light. C.D.S. Lewis.
Would you like me to sing a Christmas song?
Yes, please.
All right, which one would you like me to sing?
Lindsay.
Oh, Starry Night.
Lindsay, will turn off the music. I don't know that one too
Cut
well.
that
What's
crap
What's
out.
another one you'd like to hear?
To close us out,
Jingle Bells.
Jingle Bell Rock.
Oh, Jingle Bell Rock.
But
That's
give it a bit of
fun.
classic feel.
Let me get the lyrics up. For
Yeah, none of this
Jingle Bell Rock.
Mariah Carey.
Carry on.
Nonsense.
Carry on.
Jingle Bell Rock.
All
No,
I
I
want for
can't.
Christmas is
Jingle
you.
Bell Rock,
Can we get a karaoke of that? Is that out of rights? Or what do we...
Well,
No,
maybe
no,
could
we'd
we
be able
get a
to get a-
karaoke of Oh Holy Night?
Oh, Holy Night. That'll be out of rights. Is that something we could do, Lindsay?
Lindsay, can we do that? And that's all right if
It
we
should be on
can't.
Mr. Beast's channel.
Who's a
What are,
Mr.
what are you talking about,
Mr.
Mr.
Beast?
Beast's channel?
Mr. Beast is a remarkable boy.
What's this Mr. Breast you're
He'll
talking about?
get in a car that's worth $1 and then get in a car that's worth $100, all the way up to $10 million.
What time is this on?
Well, it's on whatever time you enjoy.
Channel 10 or-
No.
Sounds Channel 10
on
with that Rove.
No, you use the Samsung. You press the.
Oh, I love
little
the
house,
Samsung
little
channels.
house button comes
There's
up.
one
Yeah,
channel
but,
just Gordon Ramsay yelling at people.
Yeah,
There's
do
one
the
channel just plays
Wi-Fi.
Party of Five.
How do you do the 3AW Wi-Fi? I can't get to the lyrics of Oh Holy Night. I can't get to the lyrics.
Yeah, you got no reception here.
No, well, yeah, no, and I don't know how that. They
Lead
tried
me
to teach me the Wi-Fi on my telephone. And
I can.
I was just trying to get the lyrics up. And I can't even, oh, yeah, you've got the lyrics there?
You got the
All
lyrics
right.
just there.
Lindsay, do we have the backing music for Oh Holy Night?
No, we don't.
No, that's all right.
No, I can play it through my phone. Into the,
No, I'll do that.
All these kids come out of Latrobe and they.
No, that's all right. I understand. It's, it's... Holy night.
Oh Lord!
The stars are brightly shining.
Beautiful.
It is the night of our dear Saviour's birth.
I think he's found his carol song.
Yes.
Lonely the wind, see an air painting.
Beautiful voice.
Till he appear, the sun left his worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks on glory's morn.
Here it comes.
All of your days.
Here it comes.
He broke there a little bit. Oh, he's changed. He's gone to falsetto here. When Christ was born. Oh.
When
Christ was born.
Christ was born.
He's going to do it again.
Oh, he's doing him.
Oh,
Oh, here we go. Divine. Oh. Well, the switch from falsetto to chest he's struggling with there.
Divine.
Absolutely
great
gorgeous.
Christmas.
Absolutely
Love
lovely.
from us at 3AW Talking.
Oh, he's still going.
I'll see you next year.